Alrighty, I picked up a new battery. It's the Ego C Clip. Um, it's 650 mAh. For those who don't know, mAh, M-A-H, is milliamps per hour, in case you're wondering. Um, it's the same as the standard Eco battery. Obviously, it's a bit bigger, almost twice as big. Okay, smidgen under twice as big. Um, this one, the Eco Twist, is a variable voltage battery. Twist a little knob down here at the bottom. There's a little dot right down there. Actually, you can read that. Look at that. So you got 3.2. Then you got, I don't know how many lines it is, but you will get one on there. So you got a little line there. Hopefully y'all can see that. You see some of them. But you can crank it all the way up to 4.8 volts. Or you can go in the middle at 4.0. And each line is 0.2 volts. Um, the reason for this is you can play with the voltage and it affects the flavor and vapor production. I'm not a big humongous thing about vapor production. I'd rather have something that tastes better and produces nothing than something that tastes horrible and produces a gigantic cloud. I mean, yes, I would love to be able to push out like a humongous amount of cloud to play with it and stuff, but other than that, who cares about that really? Um, it's a standard 510 connection, connect to any 510 tank or whatever you're using. I've been used to using these standard Ego tanks. This one is where you at? Yeah, pineapple and coconut. Now let me show you real quick. Just also a little tip for you. I like to get different colored tanks, and then on my bottle of juice I put the label on there of what color tank I'm using on it. Now sometimes your tanks will screw up. That happened here right here. This is coffee flavor. So I grab my bottle of coffee. You notice it says yellow on it, but this is the blue tank. Because this was the tank I originally bought. And it quit working on me. So I just put the yellow tip on there, so I know that's what it is. So, well, let me show you real quick on a standard battery. Let me show you this real quick. It has the standard 5 clicks on the button right up here, on and off. It's a white light, so it's the blue one on the regular ones. So it's the regular one. Okay. So I'm gonna do like a 5-second drag on this. Decent flavor, a little bit of vapor. Now these things are pushing out, I'm right around 3.3 volts. So on the Ego Twist, I have it at 3.2 right now. Like, yeah. So it's just under your standard battery. So again, about 5-second burst. A little less vapor, pretty much the same amount of flavor. Let's crank it up a little bit. I'm just gonna go 2. A little more vapor, same flavor. We've got 2 more lines. That one. There's 2. Still about the same flavor almost. A little more vapor. We'll go ahead and go all the way up to 4.8. Little more flavor to it, not much. That, as you saw, a little more vapor too. So you can play around a little more. See voltage works best with your particular flavor. Now the thing about it is inside of here. I wish I would have kept that to show it to you. Let me see. This is laying right here on top. Anyway, let me grab my clear tank. You see the little pieces of cloth or fabric or whatever hanging down? Those are called the wicks. And the wicks, using capillary action, brings the juice up into the atomizer. And let me grab this real quick here. Show you like a down and dirty kind of version here. And the atomizer, or heating oil, or whatever you want to call it, atomizer, I believe that's the proper term, is just a coiled bit of wire, like so. Okay? And then I use a piece of paper towel. Wick. This is actually going to work out a lot better than I thought it was. Well, I'm going to do it the opposite way, but and so your wick just hangs down in there. The juice is pulled up through the sides, and this coil heats it, and that's what vaporizes it. So these will be connected to your battery. Well, one will be connected to your battery, one would go to a switch to the battery. And that's basically how it works. I'll put that right there. So you can adjust the voltage of how much electricity goes to this coil to vary how hot this gets. More heat, more vapor, less heat, less vapor. Also coincides with flavor because of how much is actually getting into you. So that's why a variable battery gives you more control. And you saw that cloud, now it's all the way down to 3.2. No more. So that's why it matters. Two things I do want to talk about. One more little tip I got for you. This one's not too much of a big deal because I know it's a different one. But on the standard batteries, I've labeled them so I know which one needs to be charged and stuff like that, just to help keep track. It's like I know two, like I don't have time to charge it right now. So I know two needs to be charged. So when I get to it, I know this one needs to be charged. Another thing, where is there you are. I had the blue e-cig. Here's the battery for it. That is 110 connection. So I connect it to my tank. Use it. From what I've read, this is putting out the same amount of power, around 3 volts, I believe, as your standard battery, but it's a lot less milliamps. So this one, if you're doing it like this one's going to die quicker. The good part about this is this is an automatic battery, while these ones are manual, meaning you have to push the button to use this. This one, you don't. It's also a lot smaller, so if you want to be a little more discreet, like you can just cut this thing out. Whereas the standard battery, which you can with it, you know, a little bit less. Also, I'm just going to use the standard one. If you're out and you run out of juice, you can go to the store, and I'm not sure about other brands, but buy blue cartridges. And they will fit on there, and you can use it. So, if you just happen to be out, need a quick fix or whatever, you can use at least blue cartridges. If you have a 510 battery, or if you just see someone, ooh, you know, I want to try the cherry or whatever, you can do it. These things are expensive though. It's like $10 or so for a pack of 5. So I spend that same amount for a 30 milliliter bottle of juice. So, you know, if you want to, you can do it. That's one thing I really love about this stuff. It's pretty much universal as long as you get the right, you know what you're using, you know. Since it's standard, or not standard, but since it's the Ego system, or Ego battery charger, works fine on it. So, there you go. Just for funsies, I'm trying those smoke rings. I've done it like 3-4 times. I'm not good at it. So. Well, I've been playing around with it. For a little while. Let me get one more shot, full power. Anyway, so far I like it. I spent $30 on battery, which is probably a little more than I probably should have, but I got it at the store, so I could use it immediately. Real quick, also, I bought this yesterday. I've probably used it for 5 hours and haven't had to charge it. The exception of the kits I bought, like the blue, Enjoy and stuff, Ego systems are the only ones I've never had to charge out the pack. They've always been ready to go and lasted a decent amount of time. So, there you go.